Victim, creator. There are two ways to look at the shift between roles, Ted said. First, you can change the way you see yourself. That very choice begins to make the shift happen. Second, you can change the way you view the people, conditions, and circumstances in your life. This also creates a shift. You might call one shift intrapersonal, meaning within yourself. This is where you shift how you meet your life experience. The other shift is interpersonal, which involves how you interact with others. This means being conscious of the roles you play in relating to and with others. As you focus on making shift happen, there is one reality that you must always keep in mind. You can only change yourself. You cannot make shift happen for others. However, as you grow more skilled at taking on the roles of creator, challenger, and coach, others may make their own choices to change, but you cannot make it your goal to change them. You can only change yourself. You've already made the most important shift, David, Sophia said, but let me ask you this. When you find yourself lapsing into the victim role from time to time, how do you think you could make the shift to creator? I thought over all that Ted and Sophia had told me about creator orientation. Well, I said, I could remember that a creator stays focused on a desired outcome, while a victim is focused on problems. I guess the first thing I'd have to do would be to decide what I really want. You're a pretty quick study, Sophia gave me a big grin. That's the key to making the shift happen. You stop and ask yourself, what do I really want here? If I could have, or do, or be anything my heart desired right now, what would that look like? Who and how do I choose to be in this situation? Just asking the question shifts your focus toward what you want to create. And there's one other very important thing to consider. When you're asking what you want, make sure that whatever it is, it's intended for the highest good and won't bring harm to anyone or anything. Okay, I said, but isn't being a creator about manifesting whatever you want? Well, yes and no, Sophia smiled. Yes, because it is about creating what you want to bring into your life. But no, a creator doesn't focus only on what he or she wants without considering its impact on others. Creating in that way would be ego-driven. Insisting on that kind of creating can easily set you up for slipping into the persecutor role, losing touch with the creator stance. Ted explained, asking yourself what you want, rather than focusing on what you don't want, is the way to making shift happen between both the victim and creator orientations and victim and creator roles. It is choosing what you want to create, keeping in mind what Sophia just said, and it is choosing your response to your current realities. That is the intrapersonal shift. Standing in the position of creator carries with it a great deal of responsibility, including how you respond to others, which is the interpersonal shift. Most of humanity is still sleepwalking through life in the victim orientation. You can help nudge people awake, depending on how you interact with them. But you cannot force them to make any of the shifts we are talking about. Sophia interjected, I've learned that one the hard way, Ted. I finally figured out that the fastest way of getting someone to see me as a persecutor is for me to tell them that they are just being a victim. Ted smiled and nodded in agreement. First and foremost, a creator extends compassion to others. You can do this by seeing people as being creators, whether they know it or not, and whether they are acting like it or not. As you make this shift in the way you see and interact with others, you can consciously step into one of the other TED roles. You become a co-creator by serving as either a challenger or a coach, depending on the situation.